This is HerbGirl, and today we're going to make sweet potato waffles. Not only is it important to use good quality herb, but to make it stretch out, it's important what you eat. When you combine a lot of fat, sometimes like high fat dairy, then it helps your high to last longer. So why use more herb when you can satisfy yourself with the munchies, with great food, and extend your high? So why don't we get to it? For our dry ingredients, we're gonna start off with 1.5 cups of flour. So that's 1.5 cups. This is a half cup measure. You don't have to be totally exact. You don't have to level it off or anything like that. Fairly forgiving. To your 1.5 cups of flour, it's usually 25% sugar. So you would do about 1/3 of a cup. And I can usually eye it up. There's 1/3 of a cup of sugar. We're going to add 1 tablespoon of baking powder. Make sure that your baking powder is aluminum free. That is best for your health. And it's 1 tablespoon of baking powder. That helps your waffles to stay light and airy. And the last ingredient, well actually 2 last ingredients, you're gonna need 1/2 tablespoon of cinnamon. That'll use the rest of my container. And 1/2 tablespoon of salt. We always use pink salt because it gives your body 80 of the 84 minerals that your body needs. Okay, and we combine it again. And we set it aside. In our other bowl, we're going to mix our wet ingredients. What I love about this recipe is that you can make it with milk. We always get our milk raw, so it naturally makes a buttermilk. But if you don't have buttermilk, then you can just go ahead and use 1 cup of regular milk and add 2 tablespoons of lemon juice to it. And that will curdle your milk so that you've got a buttermilk effect. And we use yogurt. What you want to make sure of is that there's no gelatin or funny stuff. It says it right on the container. So nothing special, just make sure that it's fairly healthy. There's our 1/2 cup of yogurt. And of course, what makes it a sweet potato waffle is our sweet potatoes. We took our sweet potatoes. They're very simple to prepare. You take your entire sweet potato, put it on a baking sheet. I usually put parchment or something in case it bursts and some of the stuff gets out. I bake it at 400 degrees for about an hour, hour and a half. You know it's done when you squeeze it and the depression stays there. And it's very easy to peel. There you go. Once you've done that, then you can mash it a little bit. I use a pastry cutter and you can just mash it. Obviously, this is way more sweet potato than we're gonna need for our recipe since we only need 1/2 cup. You might wanna push it down and see about what 1/2 cup looks like. There it is. Now we're gonna combine it into here. So you've got lots of really good fat from your milk. You've got a fermented culture from your yogurt. So now we're going to crack 3 eggs into it. Last but not least, we need 1/4 cup of coconut oil. And you want to mix your wet ingredients really, really well. And you want to mix it up again. Now, our wet and our dry ingredients are perfectly mixed, and we have our waffle batter already. Here's our waffle iron, and we're going to spray the top. I usually put about 1/2 cup of batter in it. Turn it down and flip it around. And our waffle is beeped. Says it's all ready. But it came out really perfect. Nice and light and airy. You can see that when you break it apart. And now for the final presentation. Whether you choose to have it decadent like this with ice cream, or maybe just a little less decadent because you don't eat a bunch of ice cream. And of course, presentation is everything. So we top it with that hemp seed, walnuts, and goji berry. Would you like to be my taste tester, Herb Guy?
Be happy to.
And how about you,
Yeah,
in Lakesh?
Definitely.
So what do you think? Is that like just a dessert? Would you eat that for breakfast, or when would you consume this?
I would eat this anytime.
How about you, Lucas?
Yeah, me too.
Okay, good. So healthy, delicious, and nutritious. Make sure you're living the cannabis lifestyle.